So welcome again, my friends. Now we're gonna work on detecting the informations of location for the user, so you can get informations like the name of the country, the city, the code area, like the currency, the language, like all the information. It's gonna be a lot of information that you can use. So, and also there are a few ways to do that. So the best way, I think, in my opinion, is just using an API that takes the IP address of that user and give you the rest of the information that you need. And there's a lot of options. Most of them are, premium, or the free version is not. It's like limited. It's give you like limited informations, and also like the requests are limited. The number of requests are limited. So for us, I found this one, which is called IP Registry. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't even know they existed just before a week. So I just found out about them, and they give you like up to 100,000 requests. Okay, if you register to their website, which is actually something very nice for a free service. You can also buy, requests or like coins. So like every coin is a request. So I'm gonna show you everything. Don't be like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you everything. So the first thing that you need to do is actually signing up. I'm gonna leave the link for you, and you need to sign up to the website. So I'm gonna leave that for you, and then I'm gonna just simply go and log in. And for the login process, I'm just gonna continue with Google. Let me see if I have any accounts here. Yeah, I do. So I'm logged in right now. So as I'm logged in, you can see the first thing that you can see right here, good morning, Mohammed. So you can see you have 100,000 credits. So every single credit is a request. So that means when we load the page, we send a request. And when we send a request, they're going to take 1 credit from us. So you have 100,000 free credits, which is absolutely a lot. So that is the whole idea, like that we're going to use this website, which is going to be from the API keys. You need to go to API keys, and there is the default one, or you can use like a new one. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the default one. So let me just click to reveal the key, and you have this key. We're gonna need it later. So this is all for the website. Simply make sure that you have the key ready for you. And now we can actually go back to coding, where we're gonna do everything. So let me just go back right here. So let me explain to you how this will work. So simply we need to get the information. So we're gonna call an API endpoint and get the information from there, then show it. So we can do that like in the header and the footer, like you can use effects and then get the data. But I don't want that, because I want to use the get server side props. I want to get the data in the server side, so we can actually introduce you to some very useful functions in Next.js, which is getting that information in the server side. That means before even showing the content of the page, like before showing anything, we already got the data in the server side. So when I show this page, like for example, I show the header, I have the logo and the information already filled. I can't like just show the header and then wait to send the request and get the information. Okay, I want to get it directly from the server side, which is something I want to introduce you to in Next.js. So to do that, we can simply go to the pages that we're going to get the data for, which is going to be like 3 or 4 pages. I'm going to show you. So just follow me right here. So you just go export, okay, and then you go async, because this is a function that needs awaiting. So we're going to use function, and then function called get server side props, like that. So this is the function called get server. Let me just make sure everything is all right. Server side props. And right here, we can do everything we need on the server side, and then return it, and then catch it from the props, and use it right here. So to do that, we can simply, let's call this data, and then we can use await, and you can use fetch, but I'm not going to use fetch. I'm going to introduce you also to Axios, which is something I think you're familiar with. So I've already installed it because I was testing. So simply in the terminal, you're going to go yarn add, I don't know, it's going like that, Axios, as you see right now, and then click enter. So we can actually install Axios, and Axios help us send requests to the API. So it's just gonna be a URL that we're gonna send the request to, and it's gonna give us a response. So this is Axios. So I can use Axios and then simply get, because this is a get request, and we can use the URL. So you can get the URL simply by going back to our IP registry. So I'm gonna go to the home page, and then the docs right here, so we can see the documentation, API endpoints, and you can see right here. So this is like how it looks. So it's gonna be https API ipregistry.co, and then / we're not gonna use any IP address. This is gonna be done automatically, but in the key right here, we need to add our own key. So I can copy all of that, go back right here, paste that. Let me remove this ID from here, and here we need the key, and the key simply is what we've done before. Got it right here. So I'm just click to reveal, and you can see it. I'm gonna copy that, go back right here, and paste that here. let me remove that. Okay, and this way you can get the data. Then you can use the functions like then. Okay, we're gonna get a response, and what we can do with that whatever, so we simply can like return the response. So we're gonna get the data, so we're gonna go to the response and then the data that we get, and we're gonna get an object that is called location, and inside that object location we're gonna get something that is called country. So this is like the response from the API. In the data there's gonna be an object called location, then country. We only need the country, it has, you know, enough information for us. And then we can use also .catch to actually catch if we have any error. So right here, if we have any error, we simply gonna console log the error like that. And now we have the data. You can simply go right here and actually just console log the data on the server side. So that means we can see it on the server right here and not on the page. So I can go and just refresh the page right here and go back, and you see there is something wrong. Okay, no, we actually get the information. Let me just make sure. Okay, so we get the area. Okay, we get the okay, so we get the name, which is Morocco. Okay, so we get the information. So it's like in the flag you're gonna have like the emoji for the country, the Unicode, the images, so you can like actually see the type of image you want. There is round images, I don't know, like square images and stuff. So it's actually get us the information that we need, which is actually very, very nice. So informations like the population and density, and it's kind of a lot of information, to be honest. I don't know if I even show that. Well, we have this problem right here. Okay, yeah, because we need to actually return something. That is fine, because after getting the information, we're not gonna console log it. We need to return. So simply we need to return something. So we're gonna return it in the props that we can catch in the page. So simply we're gonna call it like, for example, country, and the information is gonna be the data that we get right here, which is the country informations. And then this country, you can go back to your page and actually just catch it from here. And then now we're gonna have it available for the page when it loads. And I can just go console log country and go back right here. Let me refresh that, open the console. Okay, so we can go up top and you can see here is the informations right here. The same informations that we got in the console for the server, we actually can get it right now in our, you know, page and front end. Okay, this is actually very nice. And now you can access all the informations you need. So for example, if I want like this image, I can go to country.flag, and then I can go to emoji, like for example 2, which is like, you can check the type of images that they have. Okay, so I don't know exactly what type of images they have, but I know this is the round one, so we're gonna use that. You can also use the name of the country right there, so you can get that, and any, you know, other information like the currency and other stuff. Okay, but we need only the name of the country and flag. So I feel like this is pretty simple. So we actually need to pass them just to the header and footer right now. So let's remove this console log from here, and we can take this country and we can pass it to the header, or you can actually pass only the data that you need, but we're just gonna pass the whole country. Okay, or you can actually also, what we can do is simply, let me just show you what I can do. So we can do like the name of the country, which is gonna be the data.name. I hope this is right. Let me just go back and see what the name of the data we got. Okay, so it was the name. Okay, and then we can go to flag, and then also we need to pass the emoji too. So let me copy the name. So to show you what we can do. So this is gonna be the name, and then the flag is gonna be the data.flag.emoji2. So we're only gonna send these two data. You can send anything else if you want. So, and then also we're gonna do the same for the footer like that. And then I can go back to the header, and then let me get the country from here, also from the props, and then I can pass it to top, where we have it. Okay, so this is country, because this is the top component. Let me close that. This is the top component where we have this Morocco USD, so I can go to the top itself and also receive it from here. And then I can go now and change a few things. So for this source, I can just go country.flag, and then this one is gonna be country.name. Okay, and let me go back and see. So let me refresh that. Let me zoom in. Okay, so data.flag.emoji2, there's a problem with that. And why is that though? So let me go back to pages. So we get the data.name, and then for the flag data, okay, this is flag. And then let me go back. And as you can see, we have the new logo. Okay, and Morocco, when we getting it from the API, and that's actually from the static data, which is actually very, very nice. Now you can try and change your, VPN and stuff, and it's gonna work 100% with you. So, and also now let's do the same for the footer, just for the text right here. So let me just go back. Sorry, what am I doing? I can go back now. Let me close the header and then top. I can go back now to the footer and also get the country from here. And then I'm going to pass it into the copyright section. Go back to copyright. We passed it as country, so we need to get it as country. And then instead of this, we simply go country.name like that. And you can see this way. So now we have it from actually the API. And if you go back right here, and then if we go back, where is it? Actually the overview, and you can see the API usage. We've used like 4 credits, so we used it 4 times, and you see it's like removed from our credits. So yeah, you have a lot of credits to spend. So this is how you do it. You can actually buy some credits if you want, like we're learning right here, so it's not going to be a problem. So maybe one thing that you can do is actually, because now we are in development mode and we don't want to actually use too much, from the coins that we have, and end up losing more. You can actually just like stop it and just like pass the static data again, and then when you put your application in the production mode for testing, for people to see it in your portfolio, you can do that. So let me just show you what you can do just for now, because we don't want to like lose our coins. I can go right here, and instead of doing this, let me copy that, let me comment this, and just simply right here I can pass some static data. So this is like, for example, Morocco, and then also right here you can pass some flag, because I don't have any flag right now, so give me a minute. Okay, so I got the image. I'm gonna paste this right here. This is as a static data for now, and you can go back to our application, and this is gonna be static, and you can see actually the difference between flags. So this is all. Now we actually have the country detection API, and it's actually super cool. So we've done with that. Now maybe we can start with authentication, which is, I feel like it's more important than actually doing the home page first. So maybe you can start with the authentication system, which is going to be a big part of our application.